Hi guys,
Going on?
it's Angel and Deanna again, and we want to do a recap on our first year for you guys. One of the big things that I want to point out, and that's something that we don't say enough in our videos, is come on guys, subscribe. Subscribe
You
on
over
to
here
our
like,
channel. We
come on.
giving y'all all this good information. Subscribe. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. But yeah,
And hit the notification so when we do upload these videos, get you going.
oh yeah, because we dropping good knowledge, and like I said, it could be used across any small business, you know, and basically just to build a community to help each other, right? Because I'm sure it's a lot of stuff you guys couldn't tell us, you know. So, but anyway, we wanted to recap what our first year looked like. And our first year of business, as we stated in some of our other videos, guys, we were straight out the box. I mean, absolutely did not know anything about trucking, transportation. My background is in warehousing, but it's on the inside of the warehouse. And that's pretty much it. So, our first year was very good for us. We made, I think, exactly $425,000, almost $500,000. Okay, guys, our first year in business. Now, 100% that is gross. That is without our expenses and stuff taken out. But I'll show you guys our expense file, so how I keep everything. I track all the money month to month. I actually couldn't track it day to day, but month to month is what you'll see on the spreadsheet that I'm going to show you guys. And a copy of our W-2s from that year. So that, I mean, not our W-2s, what's it called?
Tax return.
Yeah, the tax return. Yeah, the tax return for that year to prove, you know, to you guys, it is money to be made, and that's how much we made our first year. We have a lot of lessons that we want to share with you guys that we learned. One of the big things that we know now that we wish we'd have known in the beginning is to go after contracts a little bit before you start. So like we told you guys how we was planning on doing it, but we both had jobs at the time. And then we went in and we got the truck. Well, if I'd have known what I know now, I would have started building those relationships right at the same time we was getting the truck, you know, and maybe trying to put the broker as a second.
Yes.
Not a first.
That was the back burner at that time.
Yeah. But, you know, we didn't know. Lesson learned, right? So, one of the big things, if you guys are looking to get into trucking or anything for that matter, it doesn't just really apply to trucking. Try to see what direct contacts you can set up first. And building a relationship with direct contracts. Now, is it going to be easier for you to get through with the third parties? You know, like we're doing broker, like for trucking as brokers, and maybe a few dispatchers that might build those relationships with direct shippers. But you know, no matter what it is you're going to go into, you want to try to set yourself up where you have a contract, and that contract will help you to be able to be consistent as well. If you can do any type of consistency in any business, I know you're working for yourself, so trust and believe you do work 24/7. It is not a schedule. No matter what you try to put in it, any type of way, it is not going to be a schedule. But you do your best to try to keep you on the schedule, because that work-life balance still need to exist even though you work for yourself. The other big thing is, and I say that in probably every video for you guys, is the importance of putting up money. Yes. Right?
For maintenance, especially maintenance.
Maintenance, taxes. Taxes hit you like crazy. So depending on how much money you made, because one of the things that our accountant, and that's another thing, you got to get an accountant. Good accountant. You want to get that business checking account, which you can open up at a lot of banks with $0 down. Yep. That's what we actually did. We had ours
first month.
Yeah, before we even got our first load, and it had $0, and I think I went with Huntington. Yep. Yeah, so with the first one, we went to Huntington. Get you a business credit card. Was able to get a business credit card right out the gate. Now, depending on your credit, because those first few business cards, they're gonna go off of your personal credit. So if you ain't got good credit, that don't mean you can't get a card. You're just not gonna get a lot of money on that card. So the more you use it, the more money you'll get on that card. And then you take all of those expenses and you're gonna track them on an Excel file. Or a lot of people use QuickBooks. You know, a lot of people use QuickBooks, and from what I understand, it's very easy and a very great program. Probably do way better than what I do, right? But what I do is I just use an Excel file, just because I'm used to tracking things that way. So I got every expense. I even take out the money for that we pay ourselves, right? Every single dime is accounted for on my Excel file. That's how I do it. But again, for you people, especially we're people of convenience nowadays, right? And from what I understand, QuickBooks is real easy, and it makes it really easy so you don't have to go look for paperwork and stuff like that when you sending the information to your accountant, because I have to send that information to my accountant at the end of every year. I try to. She does call us and get like a kind of check-in deal where she'll ask for, so she'll ask for my Excel file and I send it to her, and she just kind of try to estimate what the rest of our income, because I usually send it to her like October maybe. I think she asked for October this year, and then she just try to estimate the last couple months and then give me a roundabout of what our tax bill gonna look like. Because another thing, because we made so much money that first year, we end up having to put ourselves on W-2s that first year too.
And make our business corporate.
Yeah, make our business S corp. So we signed up for a LLC, and then we had to change the business into a S corp because of the amount of money at the recommendation of the accountant, like I said earlier. So I need to let you guys know an accountant is important, and you don't, especially since a lot of you guys that's looking at this, you're all gonna probably be small businesses like us, right? 1 or 2 trucks. At one point, we was up to 4 trucks. So, and that happened this first year. We was up to 4 trucks this first year, because we had 3 other drivers plus him. So that made up the 4. But the thing I want to say about the accounting is, you don't want to go to one of these big name accountants, you know. I think you want to try, because like the accountant we got, they're a sizable accounting firm, but they're all family. It's all family that work in there. And so they look out for you a little bit more. They tell you a little bit more of what needs to get done. And I can't tell you guys anything that they do at all, because I mean, I don't know, but I knew that I needed somebody who I can trust. Somebody I knew that I felt like was looking out for my money just as much as they own, because they're not this big, huge corporation that's out of touch and just think of you as a number. Yeah. So if you can find somebody who, you know, you already know and trust, that'd be great. But vet them, you know, or, you know, get people to recommend them. Like, I'll even recommend mine to you guys. If you want to know who that is, just go ahead and hit me up in the comments and I'll send that out to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over and show you guys the actual file and the gross on our tax return, so you guys can see what I'm talking about, what it is that you need to use. So hold on just a second. Okay guys, so here is the amount that we made. Like I said, it was $425,000 and some change. And this is our W-2 from that our tax return from that first year. What I also wanted to show you guys was the Excel file I was talking about, where I just basically track our expenses from month to month. As you can see, I'm showing you May and June. And then I just total that all throughout the whole year. And then I put that those totals down here. You guys can see that that's pretty close to what the tax return says. And as you see, I just keep it on Excel file. So this is year to year, right? So our first year was back in 2022 was our first year, first full year. And now we're on 2024. So that's where that is, guys. And I wanted to just show you guys that information because to let you know that it's possible. Now, over the years, things have changed. Trucking has gone up and down. And when I say over the years, this is almost our 4th year, because like I said, our first full year was 2022. So we've done taxes 3 times, including this year, which was in January, and we're now in March. We're now in March. So yeah, that was our first year. We made a little bit less the next 2 years, but still really good. And a lot of that is because, again, like we tell you guys in the beginning, the trucking industry goes up and down, which is why I can't tell you enough that there's a lot of times where you make big money, and then there's times when you make not so much money. So you have to say that to be able to account for the fluctuation, right? So as you guys see, we put up videos that show, yeah, we have $1,100 days, but you also see the videos where we have $0 days. So it's really a up and down type of deal, guys. And again, we want to be there for you. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to know, if you want to know about the account, you want to know how we set up our LLC, you want to know what details I got on that Excel file, you wanted me to help you guys make a template for yourselves for that Excel file. If you guys need to know how we went about setting up our business accounts, getting those credit cards, you know, because a couple credit cards you might get right out. One of the big ones that come to mind right off top is Uline. And with the Uline, they give you credit, and that credit reports to the credit agencies. Just like for your personal credit, guys, you want to build that business credit, because business credit is very important. Because one of the other things you can do is you can consider yourself a small business loan. We also end up getting one of those. And in the process of trying to figure out what other things we can invest in now that we're able to have a little bit of breathing room. Right? But that's all stuff you got to figure out. Because one of the other things I learned, guys, that I want to tell you about and to be careful of is growing too fast. That's how come our income for that first year was so high. It was really high because we just hit the ground running. Yep. Right? But then we ran into a brick wall. We hit the ground running full speed straight into a brick wall. Okay, and that was a learning lesson. We didn't take it as a failure, right? It's just a learning lesson. We every single driver is gone now, and we're doing well for, you know, just the 2 of us. We're doing we ain't missed a bill, ain't missed a meal. That is my saying I got from what's her name, Christy, on a box truck couple. So you guys can check them out too, because they was one of the people we started looking at when we first got started. So if you guys, like I said, and you guys have any questions, even like I said, even if it's not in trucking, just setting up the LLC or who you should reach out to for different business contacts, give me a shout out in the comments, and make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
All right, guys. Well, it was really nice talking to you, and again, hope to hear from you in the comments. All right.